Okay, welcome to the first installment of the best motion studios in the world as defined by yours truly. In this series, I'm profiling the best motion studios in the world, and I don't know about all the motion studios that are out there in the fantastic countries. If you know of a studio that should definitely be on this list, feel free to write me and I'll definitely take a look at them and see if they're eligible for this highly prestigious series. The criteria for selection here is that they do amazing work, that they're primarily a motion design studio. So if their website says we design brands for the future, then you're probably not eligible. Today we're taking a look at Ordinary Folk, fitting for the first episode as they've been so genre defining throughout both the founders' history but also them as a studio. And as we'll see today, some studios just transcend styles and limitations for what you can do in motion design. No roundup of the best motion design studios in the world would be complete without Vancouver-based Ordinary Folk. Founded in the beginning of 2019 by Jorge Rolando Canedo Estrada, also known as J.R. Canist, they blast on the scene with pieces like their early reel and the School of Motion Manifesto. What first caught my eye about Ordinary Folk, even before I knew J.R. Canist was behind it, was their extreme attention to detail. There's just so much more going on in any given frame than in the motion pieces that came before it. And there's a tendency to use systems and math in a way that hadn't really been seen before Ordinary Folk fellows really dug into it. As seen here in the Webflow video, where math is really driving a lot of these compositions.
And they are shopping.
Also here in the Bible Project. They're awesome with the design side of things. Their compositions are always on point. Their colors, their movements, the smoothness of their animations, and just the way that they dominate different styles. It seems like they can do anything. Some of my favorite pieces of work are the Webflow Welcome to the Age of No Code video. There's just so much detail and movement and beauty, it's almost overwhelming. Their whole reel is a study in that signature J.R. Canist style of moving circles and triangles and squares and beautiful smooth flowing motion. But then they're seemingly just as comfortable going out and doing a seemingly pure 3D, very of the moment piece like this one for Lark. And this halftone masterpiece called Epic. Ordinary Folk is comprised of 7 people plus freelancers that they work with on and off. Out of the team of course, Jorge, there's a couple of other people that I want to call out here. There's Greg Stewart, who is one of my favorite animators and motion designers of all time, especially his work for Open Book Communications is just immaculate and a reference for me always when I'm doing stuff. Here we see his piece Make It Known. And here history is happening in New York. A beautiful piece, so good. I also want to call out Jose Peña, and it's telling that when your summer intern is putting out work like this, Madre mía, hombre, que nos quitan el trabajo. You can find Ordinary Folk's work at ordinaryfolk.co. They're on Instagram at ordinaryfolkco in one word. And please go to their portfolio and check out all their awesome work. Much of it I did not have time to show in this video. It's beautiful stuff, top notch. As an added bonus, their website ordinaryfolk.co has the play section, which is chock full of After Effects and motion design assets that you can freely download and play with to get that Ordinary Folk feel to your own stuff. This was the first installment in our Best Motion Studios in the World Roundup with Ordinary Folk from Vancouver. If your country houses a motion design studio that you're really proud of, that needs a little bit more of that international recognition, please be sure to put the name of it in the comments below so I can check out the studio and potentially feature them in a future episode of this series. Until next time, peace.